came Evander's round, and he began rocking Riddick Bowe. So much so that though Evander had been staggered, driven into the ropes, buckled, not necessarily in that order, one of the three judges gave that round to Evander Holyfield.
Reversing the tide of the battle. The champion now has Bowe doubling. And he lands a right hand.
Bowe fought the fight of his life. Whether he can ever repeat it again, I don't know.
In round 11, Bowe was spectacular.
Holyfield in serious trouble now.
Bowe's got to be cool trying to finish him, though.
There's the uppercut again. The mouthpiece is out of Holyfield's mouth. And he's going to go down. And Holyfield gets up very early in the count. Second time in his career he's been knocked down.
New heavyweight champion of the world, Riddick Big Daddy Bowe. It made me feel that the same way I felt when I lost my first amateur bout. And I lost my first amateur bout when I was 11 years old. And I know how bad it hurt. All of a sudden, I just wanted to quit. I didn't want to have nothing to do with boxing anymore because now all this invincibility is gone. And I didn't want to go. But I remember my mama said, I didn't raise no quitter. You don't quit because of circumstances.
Riddick hasn't put in a whole lot of work, and when he meets up with Evander Holyfield, he's going to meet a man who's on a mission, definitely out to get revenge, a vendetta.
I always come back.
Evander Holyfield weighs in at 217 pounds.
Somebody's got to pay. He got to pay. He got to pay, champ.
Help Holyfield to fight to his strengths, Lord, and to capitalize on Riddick's weaknesses.
Yes, we claim it, Lord.
And Lord, as Holyfield's fight's a smart fight, we know you'll give him the strength and the stamina to have the victory.
From Atlanta, Georgia, the challenger and former heavyweight champion of the world, Evander Holyfield.
Holyfield gunning for a stoppage here. It would shock the world. And a parachute has just landed on the edge of the ring, has been pulled away by security guards. Crowd rises to its feet. For the second year in a row, they fought the fight of the year.
You know, I walk by faith and not by sight. You know, I promised everybody that I was going to win this.
And he did it like this, and he did it like this, and he did it like that. Everything I've done, it was in vain to a lot of people because everybody looked at Tyson as the invincible one, the one that couldn't be beat. And then even after he had been beaten, they felt that he only beat himself. And so regardless to whatever I accomplished, people were saying, they said, well, you know, you didn't beat Tyson. And Tyson was pretty much the measuring stick to pretty much all the boxers. Styles make fights. And in life, the person that's flexible, the person that's able to adapt to different styles is the one going to have a better run. Tyson was pretty much a one-dimensional fighter, meaning that what he did very well, but he had one way of doing it. If anyone could withstand the pressure he put on and was able to bag him back, then Tyson wouldn't be able to change. I would have to say, after all the fights that I ever fought in my life, that had to be one of the most complete fights I ever fought. My mind never wavered from the first round to the 11th round till I take him out, I was focused and I was able to follow a game plan, and you know, I was able to just thank the Lord for what he allowed me to do. And people looking, they said, what you mean by led by the Spirit? And see, and people don't realize that when you're led by the Spirit, God will only allow you to be the best that you could be. You know, when you choose to believe yourself, then you got it going on. But if you have to count on other people to believe in you, they'll railroad you from your belief, because people love to say what one can't do. You know, I love what I'm doing, and I can win that way. And people say, nah, good guys finish last, but they got an opportunity to see the whole world that good guys don't finish last. People with determination, whether they're good or bad, can be winner if they just work hard and never give up.
One thing I learned, you don't have to go nowhere to learn bad things. Anything good, you got to work at it.
I love my daddy.
People honored me and I honored them, back and forth to the point where that here I am today. My first coach honored me by doing things for me, which made me honor him. My mother honored me by taking care of me and instilling love in me, so I honor her. So everybody that honored me, I turned around and did the same thing, honored them. You honor the Lord by trying to live for him and try to carry out his will by staying in his word and knowing what to do. The Lord has taught me that we have to love each other, but number one, being able to love yourself. Once you learn to love yourself, then you can love your neighbor right. And that's what it all amounts to, being able to love one another.
The credit, said Theodore Roosevelt, belongs to the man who was in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who knows the great enthusiasms, the great devotions, and spends himself in a worthy cause, who at best, if he wins, knows the thrills of high achievement, and if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who know neither victory nor defeat. This has been a presentation of the Time Warner Sports Production Group.